Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. Celtics, Warriors just wrapped up practice. Tons out of this one. Game 3 getting set for Wednesday night here in Boston. It's going to be a special time here at TD Garden. We saw all of the finals ornaments in there, covering the stands, the Jumbotron, everything else. The scene in there is just really special. You're going to see Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, both sides going at it, and it's been a tit-for-tat series so far. You think adjustments, feeling out. That's already happened between two games here. The Celtics getting off to an active start, passing and moving the ball. Game 2, the Warriors respond with physicality. Draymond Green getting in the guys and trying to disrupt what the Celtics were doing, make them uncomfortable, and they succeeded for the most part there. So what's going to be next? I'm looking at the Celtics side because obviously they have to answer here. Do they go smaller? Do they get away from double big? As John Zana said on the Garden Report, he would take Robert Williams out of the lineup, put Derrick White out there, and go that direction. Maybe you see Grant Williams play some center for bits and pieces here. Those are the sort of things I'm looking at and saying, do the Celtics completely turn their rotation on its head? They just exited 3 really physical series against big point-of-attack offensive players who were physically imposing. You needed those 2 centers out there. You needed extra size on the perimeter. You needed Grant Williams guarding guys at the point of attack. Now it's all about movement. So you can have 3 guards out there. The Warriors aren't going to attack mismatches. In fact, I thought the Celtics got to that a little late in Game 2. I asked Ime Udoka right after practice if the Celtics are mulling any adjustments, and he said they are. Here's what he had to say about it. CLNS Media. This series, obviously, kind of smaller, shiftier lineups on the Warriors side than you had seen the last couple of rounds here. Just stylistically, the lineups you're running, rotations, things like that. Have you kind of seen the need to adjust at all to go smaller and go a little more versatile against this team?
Yeah, we've discussed all situation scenarios. We are looking at different lineups and combinations that have worked and know what we can go with against them. So, part of it going into it was shaving Al's minutes down after some major minutes in the last series, and then a chance to reevaluate Rob as we went. So those are things that played into some of the things we did in the first few games, but we're also looking at adjustments with lineups and rotations.
Put a Joe in the middle.
So no specifics there, but you do have to imagine the Celtics will throw a new wrinkle here. Is it more Payton Pritchard? I'd go that direction certainly. Is it someone like Daniel Theis getting pulled out of the rotation and going in a small direction there? Those are all things I think would be valid changes for Boston right now. Now, Robert Williams did come out of Game 2 okay after that collision with Marcus Smart. Ime said he was more scared than anything on that fall. It took a few moments to get up. And before the game was telling me it's more mental than physical for Rob right now. He's getting that round-the-clock treatment. He's looking like himself some games. Other games, it's probably about him not responding all that well to the pain and the swelling and whatever he's going through right now. It's more of his ability to sustain through it. Doesn't seem like he's going to miss a game in this series. He was out there practicing, doing some balance drills. Still think he's an important piece to this series, probably in a 15-20 minute range. You definitely see deteriorating results as the game goes on. Ime pulled them from Game 2 and then ultimately didn't play him the rest of the way in that third quarter, but you did see it swing away from the Celtics there, losing some coverages. Daniel Theis falling a little under there, but still at the three-point line. And as Marcus Smart said at practice today, it's really the force, the allure of that Steph Curry matchup, just how big of a challenge it is that's bending Boston's defense right now. You can say they've dropped a little too low, but how low is the three-point line against Steph Curry when he's stepping way beyond the line right there? There's some plays where he's bouncing around screens 2, 3, 4 steps behind the three-point line. So that's something they're going to have to adjust to. As far as the ball handling, ask Marcus Smart, Derrick White about how they can help out when the Celtics are getting rushed, frantic, out of control.
To try to address some of the ball handling issues this team has at times.
We just do our best. Jaylen and Jason have a lot of eyes on them. And 9 times out of 10, the best 2 defenders of a team are going to be guarding those 2. So me and Derrick got to do a better job of getting our team together, helping those guys off, really relieving some of that pressure off of them, and just playing basketball. And that's part of it. They trust us enough to do it. We trust our capability. We trust our capability in it, and we know who we are.
What are some things you try to go to slow the offense down, settle things down, especially you as a point guard?
Yeah, I mean, I think the nice thing is that we can have multiple people bring it up, multiple people initiate the offense, but definitely at times we need to just slow it down and get into one of the sets, something that we can get a good look in every time that we're comfortable in and confident. So myself, Smart, I mean, just understanding the pace and the flow of the game and when we need to really get a great look.
So Derrick White, Marcus Smart, Robert Williams, Al Horford, these are all guys that can make themselves available to Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown when they're in trouble on the ball there. And Smart certainly volunteered his services at practice today. Kevon Looney said, yeah, the idea was to speed the Celtics up, make them rush, make them get frantic, pressure the ball. As Green said in our other video, we teased, make the Celtics feel you. That's been the Warriors' approach going into Game 2, and they ultimately did there. Celtics are going to have to adjust and slow the game down, get more comfortable out there, and run their offense. That's going to be the adjustment going into Game 3, I think. But who's going to take over this series stylistically? That's going to be the big question, I think, in who takes over this series. Is it small ball, shooting, running, and gunning from the Warriors' end? Or are the Celtics able to slow this game down, lock in defensively, and pile up extra possessions? Game 2 was actually the Warriors doing that. So Game 3, gonna get going here, break this 1-1 tie. 9 o'clock Eastern's the tip-off. Josue Pavone, Bobby Manning, A-Shrod Blakely, all here at TD Garden on scene. Might even see John Zanis here, so look out for that. Brought to you by com.com/garden. 40% off a premium subscription. Go get it for sleep help, meditation, sounds, guided meditations, anything you need, bedtime stories, it's all there. 40% off a premium subscription. I'm Bobby Manning. Go check out all the pressers on CLNS Media. Go check out our Draymond Green segment on Celtics All Access and all our coverage of the Celtics on clnsmedia.com.